Hey guys, I just received my new Google Pixel 7 after it took a spiel from my horse knocking my telescope over. I made a video. I thought that it just broke the arm of my right ascension knob. Well, come to find out, I took the phone out to make a video, and lo and behold, it was the screen was cracked and it was kind of glitching out. So I had to buy another one. I had to wait for it to come in. But anyway, I received the phone. I immediately set it up, for night sky and astrophotography. Took it out. Wasn't thinking that I was going to get anything due to because it was raining and it was very cloudy. You would get little patches of clear sky here and there, and then the clouds would just roll in for 6 to 8 minutes at a time. But anyway, I uh, I set it up and it was taking 4 minute exposures, and this is what I got. I mean, you could pause the video and look at this section that I mapped out. I mean, it's 21 circles, and I have them, circled and highlighted. So uh, you can pause the video and just study it because I'm sure a lot of you already know what these are. But those of you that don't, um, to get a little crash course per se. But anyway, here they are, and here's the 21 circles, and then we're just going to start, and I'm going to call them in neighborhoods. We're going to do neighborhood 1 through 8, 9, whatever. But the first one, it is the cosmic dolphin. Looking at circles 1 and 2 is the bright star marking the dolphin's tail, and it connects straight up to circle 2, which is Job's coffin. Together, they form a beautiful little diamond uh, that is known as Delphinus, or the dolphin constellation. And if we move on over to the neighborhood 2, is the fox and the dark void. Excuse me, which is in circles 3 and 4. They hold background stars of the constellation. I'm going to slaughter this word. It's Vupecula, and which means little fox. And right next to them, in circles 6 and 7, form a couple called the Great Rift. It's a massive dark cloud of dark cosmic dust floating in outer space that physically blocks out the light of our galaxy. And then if we move on over to neighborhood 3, this is what they call the crown jewel, which is in circle 5, which is Albiro. It marks the head of Cygnus, the swan. It is the famous double star system located 430 light years away. And if you zoom in close, it has one sapphire blue sun and the other gold sun locked right against each other. And when I took after the picture got taken, that was the first thing that I seen. I was like, well, I mean, and it kind of amazed me because we was under such poor conditions. I wasn't expecting to get anything because my actual my actual reason for going out was to trying to catch the International Space Station that flew over, which flew over around 9:30 last night, as in July the 6th, going over into the 7th. Well, I went out and it was so cloudy. It had stopped raining, but it was so cloudy you couldn't miss nothing. So I was like, I'm trying to make the best of a bad night per se. But anyway, let's move on over to neighborhood 4. It's got the music box, and the music box is containing circles 8 and 9. It's the massive blazing star near the edge of Vega, and it's the fifth brightest star in our night sky. The star inside of circle 9 is Lyra, the harp. It's a small geometric diamond shaped hanging right off of Vega. And then, excuse me, let's go into neighborhood 5, which is it's right in the middle. It's the weapon. And looking at circles 10 and 11, circles 10 is the sharp shaft of Sagitta. It's the arrow. It looks like a tiny weapon flying sideways across the sky. And circle 11 holds the 2 stars that form the feathered tail end of the same arrow. And then if we move on over to neighborhood 6, which is the Eagle Power, or the Eagle Power couple, and that's in circles 12 and 13. Circle 12 is Tarazid, and it's a massive golden orange giant star, and it sits right on top of circle 13, which is Altair. Altair is an ultra bright white star, only, I don't know, what is it, like 16.7 light years away, and it spins so fast that it's physically squished like a little beach ball or an egg. And it rotates, its speed rotates roughly from 130 to 185 miles per second, is why it's so squished down. And if you look at circles 18 and 19, it's the sweeping wings of the lower body of Aquila, the eagle. And then if we move on over to neighborhood 7, this is the deep space. And we dive in, it's in circles 14 and 15. And these circles frame the Wild Duck Cluster, which is a tight pact of 3,000 suns sitting over, what is it, like 6,000 light years away. Right next to them, the circles 17 or 16 and 17, straight down into Scutum, the star cloud highway, the brightest lane of our Milky Way. And then we move over to neighborhood 8, is the outer skirts. And then, we finally finish with 20 and 21. They sit right at the very edge of the photo, and they form the outer border of Equilus, which translates to the little horse. And then outside of that, I plan on making more videos somewhat like this, and then others obviously with video of of the planets. And this is like my 3rd or 4th time of getting into astronomy. I mean, I've always had a dropout, due to the military and then moving and things of that nature. I mean, I've always had my telescope. I've sold everything else, other little odds and ends, but I've always kept my telescope because it was like that what if factor. But anyway, thank you for watching. And if you like the video, like, subscribe, do the thing. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have clear skies.